What are you doing?
Right, are these going in?
Yep.
These ones. What have we got here?
You try to get all of these in.
Broccoli. And that one.
These are tomatoes we've grown at home. Well, they're cuttings. You know the little bits that you take out in between?
They've got good shoots on those as well.
You just put them in water and they develop their own shoots.
I think if we take them out and get them in.
That's celery grown at home again. That ruby chard. This mostly broccoli. Mostly we have been growing broccoli.
What about this?
Chicken manure.
Are you carrying it?
I'll carry it under my arm, hopefully.
Hang on. Right, where's the gone?
On the floor. Nasty.
Go. Off
Right,
you
I'm
go.
going.
Off.
Chicken manure. Do you know when life takes you and throws a curveball at you, and then, you know, the busiest time on the plot, you're so busy working that you can't even get down on the plot, and then you have to snatch a few hours here and there. Well, that's what it's been like this past June, trying to get down here. We can't even do videos, can't even do YouTube or anything. We're just trying to snatch these moments to try and get on top of things, and it's really difficult running a plot and running your life at the same time. Can't do everything, can we? Look at this. It's really grown, hasn't it? Oh. So, put that on there. Put that down. I'll just show you this. See this? This is habanero pepper, chili pepper. Overwintered. We overwintered it at home. That's the only one to survive. So I'm going to put it in the greenhouse now, and hopefully it will do something. There you go. Here she is, here, look. Here she is.
What are you muttering?
Here she is. Watch. Look.
I've warned you about this.
I've got you on camera.
I've warned you about this.
Here's the rest of the crop. Now, what I noticed about these were grown at home, by the way. Tenderite F1 hybrid. But what I noticed on some of them, you can just see it here. They've got green fly on. You can just see green fly here. And so I've got some soapy water that I'm going to spray on them to wash that off, because we don't want to plant them in. We're going to go in a bed tonight hopefully. And the thing about green broccoli is they're very tasty, and you can eat every part of the plant, and it seems to be that the whole of nature wants to eat every bit of the plant. So we have to protect them against pigeons and various sort of things.
Right, so what are we getting in?
Caterpillars and stuff.
First from this. Brassicas.
Well, the brassicas need doing, but
there?
they need spraying. So we've got soapy water in here.
Okay. So you're going to be doing that then?
I'll do that for a start.
Finish getting these.
What are you doing?
I'm sorting out the runner beans.
Okay, so you're sorting out the runner beans. I'm going to be planting the peppers, and I've got the tomatoes here.
that need to
into
go
the
in
greenhouse.
there. Yeah.
And there's another cucumber to go in.
Right.
And also, if we've got time, we've got celery.
Okay. What about have we got beet or
No,
what's
that's ruby chard.
chard? Well, it's a form of beet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a form of beet.
So you can get that in.
Yeah.
They can actually go in next to the lettuce here.
Yeah.
Because only 2 rows
Okay.
of...
And you know our runner beans have been eaten.
Again?
Looks like pigeons have been at it.
Do you know, in all the years we've been planting runner beans, we've never had a problem like we've had this year.
No, I know.
So there seems to be
there's a change in
the way they're eating and various
eating
things.
habits. Yeah.
Because ours are quite young, aren't they? So, well, they're not all. I mean, some of them are okay. Some of them will survive through. We'll see how they go. The Okocha's doing really well.
Yeah, I've noticed. Nothing's eating.
What did we get in the greenhouse?
We've got cucumber.
The cucumbers, yeah, they're doing.
But they need
well.
stringing up. I need to put some strings on them. Hopefully, I'll do that tonight.
Okay, and we've got the other one to go in as well.
What we'll do is we'll do a time lapse of everything, and hopefully that will sort it out.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Well, we're really just getting down, aren't we? And it's that time.
I just said about snatching moments.
Yeah.
Because we've had to snatch moments.
We're really busy.
We're really busy, and it's the busiest time on the plot. So we've not been able to
It's just like coming up for air, isn't it?
The things that we need to do. It feels like sometimes it feels like you're doing too much in life, and you're just not slowing down at all. So you're getting down here and trying to get on top of it again.
Right. Well, that's exactly what I'm doing now.
So okay. So we're just gonna make this little video, and then we're gonna do it. I need to put this on a tripod actually, this the old GoPro here.
Well, I think it's worth persevering with them though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll persevere.
I just see all around the edges they've gone.
See, they've got eaten.
Yeah.
They've gone. These have been shredded.
They've been shredded.
This one.
That one there.
Yeah.
We've had a go at all of them.
And we normally have a great
normally they don't touch them.
It's a fabulous run on the beans every year.
Yeah, they're just eating them.
But this year,
this is a cotcha here.
Yeah, that needs weeding again.
That we got from Wisley. One of the gardeners gave us a few seeds, and this is the last of the seeds.
Is that there is the last of the seeds?
Yeah,
that, isn't it?
So we're going to have to collect some of this. It doesn't half
crop.
grow. It's brilliant when it gets going.
It's fabulous. Peruvian cucumber it is.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I know.
A cotcha.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh.
But you know, it's nice. You know, because they have like a nice raw, but they have like can have like a slightly bitter undertone. It's always better to roast them with onions and garlic and mushrooms.
They're lovely, aren't they?
And they're absolutely beautiful.
They are lovely.
But you can still eat them raw, and salads are still lovely. I love them raw. I think they're really nice.
I'll take people on a little tour of the plot just before I start. But if you want to make a start.
And how about you? When are you making a start?
I'm going to make a start when I've done a little bit of this, and I put this on the tripod.
Yeah,
so,
I've had that before.
I'll just show you these. These are courgettes. Forgotten what make they are now, but there's 5 courgette plants in there. They're just starting to flower, come on. But
I think these courgettes are called black opal.
Oh, are they? Oh, yeah, black opal they are.
They are. Yeah. They're the ones we put in this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're black opal. They're romping away in the raised bed, the metal raised bed. So that would be the first crop that we have out of here. Rhubarb is establishing itself here and doing well. Here we've got these things here, which are tomatillos. So they're tomatillos, and I'll talk a bit more about them when they start coming up, but we've got a few of them. The strawberries, well, they've been decimated. The strawberries have been eaten with I don't know, the squirrels have been at them. I think they've attacked them because we're backing onto a park, and so in recent years we've been attacked by squirrels. These are two new rhubarbs that are coming up in these raised beds here, so they're establishing themselves right there. Here, more tomatillos. They're distantly related to the tomato, but they're not tomatoes. They're known as tomatillos. I'll tell you about them in a future video. Onions are ripening up. It's gone past the equinox now, so as soon as you get past the equinox, the onions will start folding over, and we've already removed some from here and we've got them drying at home. These are just, they've got a bit more life in them, and when the necks of the onions start flopping over, like you can see here, then you know they're almost ripe for picking. These are shallots, which are ripening up. They've almost ready for picking.
So where we go with the brassicas, are we going in this middle bed?
Yeah, we can put them there.
Have we got enviromesh to go over?
We've got little tunnels that we can put them in.
Great.
So, but probably do it long ways though, Kath, so you get them the longer way.
On this, going this
rather
way.
than going that way.
So horizontally. That
Yeah.
way, across.
Yeah. So here's our potatoes. Now, if you know June this year, it's been very dry. Been very dry indeed. And we don't know how big they're going to be. We've had a bit of rain, thunderstorms recently, but for most of the month it's been dry. So but I mean, it's looking healthy. It's looking really healthy. The crops are looking fine, but we don't know about the size of that until we crop them. These globe artichokes, which can be picked now, and they can be roasted. They're quite tasty actually, globe artichokes, but this is the time to pick them. I don't know whether we'll get round to it this year, or they may actually go into flower. They are basically flower heads, but you pick them, really you should pick them when they're tighter, when they're more tight than that. They're starting to go over in actual fact.
Bees love the flowers on those as well, you know.
The bees do love the flowers on them.
Artichokes, because they're very deep purpley blue.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of nectar from them, pollen.
Okay. She hasn't got a microphone on, so it's not very good. Anyway, here we've got cucumber in here. There's a tomato there, cucumber, and we're going to string them up. We did a thing where we strung these up here, that we need to wrap these tomatoes around the string as they grow. So that needs doing. Just wrap that round. So they're starting to grow up the strings. These need a bit of string on them as well, and so do these. So these onions have folded over, most of them, so they'll be coming out very shortly, maybe even tonight, I don't know.
Right, I bet you didn't know this about the Ococha, did you?
What?
That they are a favourite food of the Aztecs.
Are they?
Which they offer up, or be offered up to the gods. Did you know that? It's quite a sacred food.
Sacred food.
Mm.
So when they grow...
See, it's not all about just growing as well, you know. It's about the wildlife and the storylines behind various veg and flowers and things. Don't you think?
Yeah, I do. So, what...
Do you know, you need...
I need to get working now.
You need to get working, yeah.
Yeah, but I need to, before I do, I need to show people these broad beans here, which are coming up and will very shortly be ready to pick.
They're actually ready now, you know.
Yeah, some of them are. Some of the pods at the bottom there, they are ready. So let's go and have a look at the pond, because the pond has been sorely neglected, and yeah, it's full of duckweed. This agrimony that they use in the dyeing industry years ago for dyeing clothes, but the pond needs topping up. It's covered with blanket weed at the moment and duckweed. There are some of the things that we put in that are still growing, but it needs sorting out basically. Ladies' bed straw here. This is really a wildlife area. We leave it to go wild, and yeah, it's growing wild, isn't it? So yeah, this is our wildlife area.
What about your horseradish?
Here we've got
Butterhead.
Butterhead lettuce. A lot of it's been eaten though.
Those, well, not a lot. One row has, because we didn't fill the thing, did we? Or did we?
We did.
Right, so we've got one full row.
And a bit.
Plus a few there. So I'm wondering, shall we get the chard in here? Or maybe not?
Well, we can get some of it in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Right.
But anyway, we've got enough to fill up these beds here.
And enough to be getting on with.
Yep. So I'm just going to put this on a tripod. I haven't even got the proper microphone on, so I'll have to sort out the sound when we edit it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with these little blighters, which are, I don't know if you can see them there, green fly. So they are not quite infested by them, but we've got enough of them to damage the plants. So what I've got in here, this spray, is soapy water, warm soapy water. So what I need to do is just make the spray so it comes out like that. See that? So it's a bit of a jet. So
Isn't that an Alan Partridge song? Jet.
you can see that there?
Oh,
Jet.
Alan Partridge.
No, that's
Jet, isn't it?
it's Wings. Alan Partridge's favourite song.
That's what I'm saying. I know it's Wings.
Yeah, but it's not Alan Partridge.
I'm talking about he loves the song.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You said it was an Alan Partridge song.
No, I said, isn't that his song, meaning he loves it?
Oh yeah. So just right into the crevice of the plant, we spray it with soapy water. And the idea of the soapy water is it stops the greenfly getting a hold, bungs up there, feeding things. And we try to knock them out. Yeah, Jet was a song by Paul McCartney and Wings.
Yeah, made more famous by Alan Partridge.
No, it wasn't made more famous by him, Kath. It was famous already.
It did. Of course it did. From the 80s, isn't it? Originally.
70s, Kath.
Or 70s.
Yeah. Everybody's an expert, you see. So they will be of a detriment to the plants leaving these on. So I'm not going to put them under netting.
So you reckon that'll ward it off a bit?
Which?
That.
Well, I hope so. Don't know whether we'll get rid of all of them.
That's what I mean. Will it keep it at bay, or will it just be a temporary?
We don't know.
It's generally a temporary measure, isn't it? We have to keep doing it.
We'll get rid of what we can, and then manage it later. So that one's done. These are all F1 hybrid, so they were grown from seed, which is the cheapest way to grow this stuff. I would definitely recommend you grow all your crops from seed.
Phil, you know being an F1 hybrid, shouldn't they be less susceptible to, well, I suppose that's just disease to the brassica, isn't it? Not so much green fly. Or...
It's more about the crop. It's more about how the crop's going to grow, because they.
So it guards it against disease, against that particular.
All it can do, yeah.
Or it can. But if you get green fly or black fly or aphids of any sort, you know that's.
It can't stop the aphids and stuff.
No. How would that? Well, do you think they'd be okay?
Yeah. Are you going to put these in then?
I was in the middle of trying to get the beets in, but I can put them in. Yeah, well, they can they can go in if you want. Or do you want to make a start getting them in?
No, because I've got the greenhouse. I've got to do stuff in the greenhouse. Because we've only got limited time, and we're trying to make a video at the same time as doing everything else. Because these are snatched moments. Unfortunately, life gets in the way. So the jet of water actually is good. Because it just knocks the green fly off the tender parts of the shoot, and the soapy water helps them stop reattaching themselves. That's the principle anyway. By the way, it doesn't always work, because they do come back. In some respects they're a bit like cancer. They come back to torment you.
What do you reckon? Will they survive?
Yeah,
yeah.
To get the green fly off.
Yeah, I think we will be okay.
As best as we can. That one's really infested there.
Go in first, brassicas or beet?
Whichever you want.
Or do you want to carry on with them for a bit?
Well, I've got them down there.
They're done. Right.
They're done there. So
and are we looking at all the same varieties here?
yeah, they're all the same.
Yeah.
Tenderites. F1.
Yeah. Right, let's put these in there.
Old brassicas, you can see these, they're running out of nutrients, that's why the leaves are turning yellow in these little in the containers. So you can just see them just into the grooves. They get into the tender bits of the plant right in the middle here, and also the leaves get distorted. They sap the nutrients out of the leaves. Soapy water. Getting it on the lens there. Just a blast of water just blasts them out of their hiding places.
What spacing do we normally do for them?
I can't remember.
Is it about 9 inches apart?
Sort like that.
I'm trying to get online, but it's not.
Right, that's that. I don't know whether to. I'm going to do a time lapse and show you Catherine actually putting them into the bed here. So which bed are you putting them in?
They're going here.
They're going here.
Have we got, what are we using? Are we using the netting tunnels? Or?
Yeah, the netting tunnels.
Right, okay.
Going here. Show you what I'm doing here. I've been these are what we've been growing at home, these tomato cuttings. Basically if you put them in water, they grow roots like this up to the stem where the water has been, so they're established enough now to be putting them in to the greenhouse. And I've been doing this all the way along here. And what I've been doing is tying some string to the base there, to the base, and I'm going to put these up onto the hooks that I was showing you in the previous video. So I'll put a handful of chicken manure in here and into that well there. So what I'm going to do is just going to take some string, enough to string them up. Doesn't matter if it's a bit more than what you actually need. And just cut that there. And I'm just going to tie this around the base here. Not being too particular. I'm not going to put a knot in it because that, as it grows, that will constrict the roots. So I'm just going to put a loop in there just to make sure it's firmly tied to there, and then we just bury that in there. So it's got some nice chicken feed at the bottom, and we'll just get this. I'm going to string these up very shortly, and that's the last one I'm going to put in, which is going to be over here. I did show you in the previous video, if you want to click on the link, how we prepared the greenhouse for this stringing up of tomatoes. Same thing there, just bury that. Oh, hang on, put the string on. I've not got too many roots on there, but that should do all right because it is starting to develop roots. And the last thing I'll do is dig that out again. It doesn't matter if you bury it and there's still a bit of leaf there, just take that off. It will develop roots coming out from where the soil touches the plant. So there's the string that's rooted to the thing, and that's it. So I'll just I'll put it onto time lapse, and you can watch me string these up. So that's it. You can see how these are ready for tomatoes to be trained up. The strings, there's some already on the go. I've got to do these here as well, and I've got to do the cucumbers here and put this cuc in. So just a quick look at the temperature in the greenhouse over the last few days. A high of 40.3 and a low of 12.8. So that's the current temperature swing down here on Mersey Beat gardening. The brassicas here.
Yeah, they're doing good.
And she's sorting out the netting.
No, I've just planted them out.
Yeah, you're sorting out the netting after planting them out. I know what you're doing.
There's a hoop missing.
What do you mean there's a hoop missing?
Who made the hoop missing, Phil?
Nobody has. Why is the hoop missing?
I don't know, it's missing out the slots here, so I'm trying to get it back in.
Okay, well, so I think we'll round up now, because I think we're just getting to near the end of the day, aren't we? So thanks for watching. We'll keep the camera running just to do a bit of time lapse at the end. So I hope you've enjoyed this little update on what's happening at the end of June.
I think it's been quite an in-depth update, actually. Been going around.
It's a bit rushed. I feel it's a bit rushed. I feel like we're just kind of.
I just feel like I need to get on with it, and
well, so do I.
Let the viewers know, because
I know.
There's just not enough hands at the minute to get it done.
It's just that we've not got much time to get down the plot, and I'm sure this is the same for a lot of plot holders who
are working as well.
Unless you're retired.
Unless you've got the luxury of being here every day.
All the time in the world, well, we haven't, because we have to work. So. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next Mersey Beat gardening video. And
sorry I haven't been given much input, but I've left it to the man who knows.
I don't know though. I don't know much.
You do though, don't you know?
Whatever I know,
you learn from me.
Very true. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you again very shortly. Don't
And
forget to subscribe.
Hope to engage with you better very soon. I'm needed elsewhere. Bye bye, lovelies.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.